And again, we're just going to start using new technologies we used.
Right, this is a video detailing the new technologies and media that we used for this project. We'll start by taking you through the technology that we've used.
Right, the first we used, and probably the biggest piece of equipment we used, was the HD camera. It was a Panasonic, and if you really want to know, it's a HTC SD60 full HD camera. It's very much like the DV tapes we used last year, apart from it's SD, it's in HD, and it's
better quality.
Widescreen, yeah, much better quality, as you can see on a comparison post we did a while back. The camera's packed full of functions. It's got optical zoom. It's 5.0 megapixels.
Manual focus, all sorts of colour filters in there.
Everything you would want, really.
It's great, basically. Next thing we used, sometimes and not other times, as been explained in the cinematography post and stuff, we used a tripod at different points. This one's not the one we actually used, but it serves its function.
We changed which one we used quite regularly.
Yeah.
So we possibly at one point did use this one.
But anyway, yes, this is just your standard tripod here with all the adjustable levels and stuff. If I can remember how to do it. Oh, here we go. Adjustable heights, and so it's actually pretty tall. In our video and cinematography, we used still frame shots at points, but also the important thing was we used handheld shots as well to signify the socio-realist style. So the tripod actually wasn't used probably as much as expected when making the video, but
it was useful to have, and we always took one with us every time we went to film.
Yeah, and we did make use of it. So
right, giant tape camera. Now the next piece of equipment we used was, now excuse what it looks like, but it's called a Snorri-Cam.
This is Callum's favourite piece of equipment. Yeah. Why? Because he made it.
I made this myself. Snorri-Cams cost, industry standard ones, which are the only standard you can get, cost about £800. We don't have that money, I'm afraid.
Unfortunately.
But what we do have is wood, tape, a hammer and some nails and a screw. Even though we seem to have lost it now, actually. But basically, it attaches to your stomach, and a bungee cord goes around the back and can come around your neck. The camera attaches up to the top on a little screw that's perfect for fitting on the bottom. It actually goes down a bit though, so the camera's not up in the air. And then it basically creates a very, as you walk around, it films you and creates a very kind of like weird kind of
surreal almost, but it's very good for capturing emotion of the protagonist, and it's just a very interesting shot.
Yeah, it's a large part of the project. The next piece of equipment we used, Johnny will talk about.
This is my iPhone. We didn't actually film using my iPhone.
We used Joel's.
But if you see here, next to the Sky Sports app, no, we used Red Laser at one point. In terms of
that one down there. Yeah, we used that for the QR code, which.
So yeah, that was part of the exhibition. But in terms of actual production, if you look at this 8mm app here, this was something that we really experimented with, and we weren't sure how it was going to turn out. But if I open this up for you, you can see how great this program is in terms of actual quality. It offers something very different. Here, you can see that it's got multiple sort of lighting filters for like the actual like edges of it. It's also got many different colours and stuff.
Isn't it the camera on the back there?
Yeah, this is camera on the back here. It's got black and white itself. It's got 70s, and you can cut the frames and stuff. It just gave the video something sort of different.
Yeah. It shows that we experimented around, because originally we came up with an idea of using an old style camera, but unfortunately like we did with the Snorri-Cam, we don't actually have the money and the time to go and buy one. So we improvised, really.
Yeah, basically, and it kind of shows the sort of development of new media that filming on your phone, people used to have question about and sort of say, really, is the quality that good? But Apple, as much as people like to hate them, they've shown through like their apps and stuff that phones are basically becoming sort of multi-tools now. They're not phones anymore, they're cameras,
Very recently,
the internet.
Very recently, a Japanese filmmaker actually made an entire feature-length movie using his iPhone, and it's winning awards.
Yeah, so we were basically trying to look for every sort of source that was available to us and using our initiative, really.
There are a few more on the blog, though we don't actually have them anymore, such as the fisheye lens.
Again, fisheye lens was something that we couldn't afford to buy. So my dad's an optician, so we used our sort of initiative there. We read a few things on how to make your own sort of fisheye lenses, and we found that using old optical lenses is one way you could do this. So we did that and experimented with that. It didn't make it into the final cut, but it was something again that we tried. What else did we use, Callum?
Really, I think that they're all of the that's all of the.
Oh, we did experiment with the tripod dolly. This was something we experimented with. It's basically, if we go back to the tripod, we don't have this with us again. It's a set of wheels that you attach to the bottom of each leg, which enables it basically to just move along the floor in all directions. Like I said, this was something we didn't end up using, but again, it was about trial and error, seeing what we could do. Callum also, I've just remembered, he used this. We tested using a strobe light.
Oh yeah, the strobe light. Now the strobe light is basically a small box. It's used. Strobe lights are really mainly used at sweet rave parties. I bought one for £10 off the internet a few years ago, just to see what they're like. Basically, small box that you plug it into, the wall, and it basically creates a bright flash, and you can change the frequency of the flash. We used it for the shots in Joel's cupboard and in his bedroom. Well, when I say used, we experimented because we wanted a flash in motion. But we found that actually it creates this kind of these bars that come down the screen, and it doesn't work, and it's not what we wanted.
And that's unfortunately due to the quality of our cameras. I mean, we've said how good this camera is, but even this camera can't actually cope with the
strobe.
Yeah, it's too fast.
Now, I'll quickly bring on to the last 2 points. There's the external hard drive. This is
my little godsend.
Yeah, it's how big is it, Johnny?
I honestly don't know, but it's
about 500 gigabytes, and basically we've just used this for the entire project to store and back up all our work. We used it for transporting work between workstations and that. Now this laptop here, this is my laptop. We haven't particularly used it for creating the film music video, but we basically used it to work on for a lot of the videos using the Sony Vegas, using the internet, blogging for prezzies and everything, and all the kind of different technologies within the computer and on the internet we'll come to in a bit. So this is all of the technologies, physical technologies, and thank you very much.
We'll pass you over to the guys taking you through the rest, which is probably us.
Goodbye.